All right, Marta, where are you? Oh, right here. Okay, I'm looking all over here for you. So, Marta Wojcik is the executive director and curator of Frank Lloyd Wright's Westcott House in Springfield. Who's been there? It's awesome. She grew up in Krakow, the creative capital of Poland, and in 2002, that was supposed to be a 2-year visit to the U.S. became a permanent affair. Her talk is about renewable energy and the Westcott House. Everyone, Marta.
Now, I'm actually learning from you about Dayton. I'm talking about Frank. The mother art is architecture. Without an architecture of our own, we have no soul of our own civilization. It's a bit dramatic, but it's so true. This evening, I want to tell you about my experience with architecture and design and how it affected me as a person. I cannot design. I can only talk about design. I do what everyone who's too afraid to enter architectural art program does. I'm an art historian. But joking aside, I love being an art historian, or more specifically, architectural historian. I love it because by very nature of it, I'm an educator. We work as researchers, professors, museum professionals, gallery owners, and in one way or another, we contribute to public's understanding of what architecture is and what it should be. And while being counters of our world may want to intervene and call an architect to return to earth and be real, we understand that the need to float on a cloud of creativity, to get it better, more beautiful, not necessarily cheaper. I work at the Westcott House, which is a fabulous house designed by Wright in 1908. It was divided into apartments for over half a century, but recently it was restored to its original beauty. I sometimes wonder what Frank would think about the way we use the house. Would he approve of a DJ spinning records in the living room? Would he like abstract paintings hanging on his precious and caustic walls? Would he like the fusion rock band from Kyoto, who, by the way, got temporarily detained in Detroit and then finally released to play in our gardens? Would he approve of bringing the solar house from Norwich University in Vermont, which is a big experiment and the product of students' work, a product of the latest technology, design, and science? Yes, science. You see, I thought I was done with science. I'm an art historian, for goodness sake. I gave up on science long time ago. Looking at this nerd, it probably happened sometimes after this photo was taken. As I look at this photo, I recall me being perfectly happy doing my homework. Yes, homework. Geography, math, biology, art project. But then something changed. Someone told me that I simply cannot be good at everything. I need to choose and focus on my subject. By the time I got to high school, I pretty much gave up on being a mathematical genius. I decided to be a decadent, artsy person. Of course, as decadent as shy 15-year-old from a good Catholic Polish family can be, no danger there. You see, I wish someone kept telling me, just go ahead and try to excel at everything, because as a 13-year-old, you may as well give it a try. Too soon, you are going to wake up as an adult and try to find a job and specialize and get into your cubicle. There is a whole part of life ahead of you when you can finally stop being curious. So back to me and science. As Tina Fey famously said, you can't be that kid that's standing at the top of the water slide overthinking it. You have to go down the chute. And this is where Solar House comes to place. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to learn some science. The house that we got was on public display in 2013, competing with 18 other colleges in California. This competition was organized by U.S. Department of Energy, and it's done every 2 years, and they invite colleges from all around the world to design, build, and operate solar-powered houses. The houses vary in their approach, and that's what makes competition fun. You can see all kinds of materials, designs, and price tags. All these houses are experimental in their nature. They are supposed to challenge people's notion of what's doable in terms of a standard family dwelling and green living. The Norwich team entered the competition with a strong conviction that anyone can afford a green house. They were credited with being the smallest energy consumer during the competition. They placed 12 overall and won affordability contest. One trouble with this competition is that all the houses from all around the world have to get to one place for the public display. Hardly ever can you utilize any other mode of transportation than an oversized diesel truck, or make it two of them. So we got our solar house from Vermont via California. Keep in mind, it is not supposed to travel so much under normal circumstances. As a matter of fact, it is supposed to stay within 100 miles of its birthplace. No one yet figured out how to use teleportation to make this event 100% green. But at the end, it is not only about one house, be it a solar house or the Westcott house. It is about affecting our whole neighborhood, our whole community. We have a pretty big side, and the solar house is one piece of the puzzle. We started a conversation with AIA gold medalist Peter Boland to explore possibilities for a small educational center on our side. It's about bringing new ideas that challenge people's perception and keep us relevant. It is about not giving up on one subject or the other. It's about multidisciplinary approach. Solar House will serve as a learning lab that allows us to teach math, science, and technology through the prism of arts. It will teach, hopefully, all little Martas of today that science and art are equally important. Thank you.